What's up, YouTube? Roll with Renee 144. How y'all doing? Anyway, I came to do a couple of videos today. This video is going to be on canning, but it's also going to be on mass production. Okay, so what I'm trying to do right now is to mass produce as many. Hold on, guys. I gotta get some seeds on the floor. I'm telling you, my little seed area, I become so overwhelmed with seeds sometimes. I mean, I have a system, but then when you start to pull out whatever it is that you want to plant, sometimes, you know, the seeds tend to get a little mixed up. But anyways, I am going to be talking about mass production, and I'm going to mass produce so that I can can. I've been trying to can. Well, I'm not the canner. I have to be honest with you. My sister's the canner, but I'm the garden girl. She's the canner. I'm the garden girl. And there is one more thing that I need to grab. So you just give me 1 second. Now, canning on a mass scale, obviously you need to have jars. I was able to get jars from Ace Hardware in my neighborhood. Going to Walgreens was the pain in the neck. I mean, Walmart, they had none. So basically, I purchased 24 jars. I used 12 of those jars last night, making our famous turmeric tea. This is our famous turmeric tea. Now, that turmeric tea is medicinal, obviously. It's made with everything that is medicinal. I'll tell you what's in it. It's turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, moringa, and this is natural moringa off the moringa tree. When I get a turmeric harvest, obviously I'll use it then. That's the base, and I think it's like chickweed and so anyway, that's the base of it. Okay, so basically in one cheesecloth or a bag, you would put all of the roots, and then in another bag you would put all the leaves. Also green tea. Green tea is definitely a one of the staples that go into this tea. Now this tea, once that is brewed in a big, I use my canning pot, which is about 5 gallons. These aren't canned yet, but they're going to be canned. Let that steep for a couple of hours until your house is full of the smell of ginger and cinnamon. And once that happens, I'll let it cool down a little bit, and then I'll add the honey. I'll add the agave, and I'll add the lemon juice, which I use a whole quart of lemon juice. I don't have any here, but I'm going to get some. And also, the kicker is Bragg's. I use a whole bottle of Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Okay, so when I tell you that this tea, the SOP for this tea, if you guys are lab savvy, the SOP, or the standard operating procedure for this tea, never changes. I don't deviate from the SOP. That way I can make the same tea all the time. So of course it's good to weigh out everything that you're using, weigh out, like I said, everything that you're using, and pretty much the flavor should be the same. Okay, now that's one, and this here is tincture. Okay, this tincture is cannabis tincture. Okay, there's the cannabis in there, and it's in there with something called Everclear, which is alcohol. It's 151 proof vodka. That's been in the freezer for months now, with no date on it. I have here some homemade barbecue sauce that we made. Those have been canned already. I have some black-eyed peas here. Those have been canned already. And basically, like, the black-eyed peas is just leftovers. So we just, you know, if you're not gonna use it all, or you want to just have some for later if there was a good batch, and that was left over. These are turnip greens from the garden. Okay, it's such a blessing to be able to get from your own garden and have your turnip greens or whatever it is that you, like I said, mass production. These are jalapenos. Okay, it has been jarred as well, just didn't fill up, but it's nice and secure. I mean canned, sorry. This is homemade tomato soup. Harvested tomatoes, okay? Just harvested the tomatoes. And is this tomato soup? Yeah, I would say this is the soup. Maybe not. It could be the puree tomatoes, but either way, it's tomatoes that have been canned, okay? This is my homemade spaghetti sauce. This is my mama's recipe right here. I made this specific to my mother's specifications. The only thing different I think I put in mind that my mother didn't was garlic. But the bay leaves, the tomato puree, the tomato paste, the tomato sauce, all that is definitely in here, and it is absolutely amazing. That's why I canned it, because I might want some later. This is an old bottle of veggie broth. If not veggie broth, it is, would have to be turkey broth, because we don't eat pork or beef, so, and it's not chicken, so I think it's veggie broth, to be honest with you. It wasn't labeled properly, but then again, oh yes, it's veggie broth. It's labeled. I'm gonna reinforce the label though. I see the VE, but I don't see the GGIE, so that's the veggie broth. And this is a pureed tomato, which again might be the tomato soup. Have you seen, okay, this is the activated charcoal. No, we didn't make it, but now that I know how to make it, that's probably the route that I'll probably try to take. But this is activated charcoal. We make our toothpaste with this, and we make pumices, different things with this. This is really good, okay? This is called fire cider. Now, this fire cider has not been canned, okay? But in this fire cider is ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, onions, garlic, peppercorns. At least that's what it looks like. Vinegar. Trying to see what's in here. Vinegar. Anyway, yeah, whole cloves of garlic. So this is supposed to cure everything from the common cold. It might even cook rosemary's in here. It might even peppers are in here. It might even cure CV-19. Who knows? But this fire cider is going to sit in this jar underneath the sink for about a year or 6 months, whatever the case may be. These are pickles, homemade pickles. We made some pickles in here. I see pickles. I'm not sure if I see peppercorn in here. I'm not sure if this is garlic swimming around. I don't know, but I do see a pepper from the garden in there as well. So this is pickles. I think we got some pickled onions too. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. So, if you are not canning your veggies that you are producing in your garden, it would behoove you to start doing it now, because we all know about the shortages. Of course, you know, we heard from Homestead Heart about people that are following you home to get your stuff. I got something else that I didn't show you. I'll be right. And that would be sun-dried tomatoes. I mean, she's got to be the belle of the ball. The thing about the sun-dried tomatoes is you put the tomatoes in there with some garlic and olive oil. But when you add the balsamic glaze or the balsamic vinaigrette, that makes this whole thing turn the corner. You can sit this in the sun, obviously, or you can just dry them. We dehydrated them here and let it sit in the sun, you know, so that we could be called sun-dried, you know what I mean? Although they weren't dried in the sun. But anyway, these are sun-dried tomatoes, as you can see. Absolutely amazingly delicious. Okay, same with the turnip greens. Amazingly delicious. So I just wanted to come with this video to tell you guys how important it is to can canning is, what we're finding out, gratifying. Oh, there's so many things I'd be wanting to say to you guys, but I can't say them because this is a garden channel. I don't want this garden channel to go to the left. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. But at this day and age, guys, it's time to can. It's time to save. It's time to mass produce. It's time to pray over your gardens. That's very, very, very important. Ask the Most High to give you the things that you need. For me, where I live, it's kind of hard for me to actually get some of or have some of the things that you guys have in your gardens, like leaves. I really want leaves so I can make some compost. I really want wood chips so that I can flip my backyard and just have it, leveled out with a couple of months or years of wood chips. Time is so much of the essence now that we really don't have time, We don't have time to do some of the things that we really want to do. When I say time, I mean, you can already tell that you can already tell that things are winding down. So you got to get your life right, people. You got to get your life right. You got to get your house right, your house in order. I mean, you really, really, really have to decide, how you're going to tread up through here now because, again, things are really starting to kick up. So anyway, canning is so, so, so important. I can't even emphasize it enough. And so anyways, remember to do your best to be blessed and can something. That's all I can really say. Can something, I mean, it takes time, it takes effort, and it does take money. Unfortunately, everything takes money. But after you get, several of them going, you start to feel a little better. Sometimes people have to buy shelving. Right now, I don't have any shelving. I'm just sitting mine on the base on the floor because where I'm at, we have earthquakes, and I really don't want any of this stuff to shake off of a top shelf. So I try to keep them at the bottom, the first two levels, and that's how I kind of preserve them. Some of them, like I told you, are under the sink. Some are in the freezer. Like you can see the chill on that. So that's been in the freezer. This was just made, completed last night, the turmeric tea. I don't know why we call it turmeric tea, but it's turmeric and ginger and cinnamon. So it's just we could just call it turmeric tea, probably for the color. Okay? So thank you for coming to my channel. I do appreciate every single one of you. And again, do your best, be blessed, and can something. I mean, time is of the essence, so we must can something. Okay, guys? All right. Thank you again. Be blessed.